You set up.
You didn't see you mic?
When I set up the camera, I turn on the mic.
Yeah.
Yes. It's your fault.
Everything.
No, not everything.
Wanted the CNC.
What? You couldn't hear? It's audio problems.
Yeah.
Today has, yeah. Anyways, welcome to the show, guys. And I hope you enjoyed reading my lips. It was exciting.
There you go.
And it was really good too. I'm not gonna lie. It was fantastic. It was just like flowing. Felt really good about it. Just to get it out of the way, no Brad today. Our one and only Brad is at a chili contest, doing chili stuff, which got to be honest, sounds really good. Although it just gives me heartburn thinking about it. Possibly, a little indigestion. Either way, no Brad tonight. So have fun out there, Brad, if you're watching this later. We missed you. We did. But for the rest of you that came, hey, look, it's Bobby live from Disneyland. Woo. I'm going to go back to Disneyland. Not till like next year, but yeah. Hello from Vegas. We're going back to Vegas. We're back. Dude, we'll be back in Vegas in almost a month. That's pretty scary. Hopefully they'll get us flights soon. That would be nice. Sup from Vegas. Hey, they're just having a conversation. Way to screw up the feet, guys. What's up, Ken? Welcome to the show. Good afternoon. Breezing76. Howdy, fellas. Evening, gents. Hello. Hello, mates. Gents. Yeah, muted. Yeah, got all that. Yeah, basically, besides clapping. A lot of clapping going on. That kind of sounds weird. Evening, everyone. Poppin' in Nova Scotia. Don't you know?
Hello.
Canada, eh? Bingo, it's on. Hello from Texas. Good now. Roll call. Sounds fantastic. I don't know about that. What's up, Cuddy? PA, checking in. Neighbors, hi from Detroit. When I was a kid, my mom used to date somebody that lived in Pennsylvania. Of course, we lived in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to drive. She had a red GMC pickup truck.
Oh, wow. Big truck.
Old pickup truck. So we're talking 80s, 70s, 80s pickup truck. Probably 70s. I don't know what that would be. And we had a topper on the back. She got a topper so that my sister and I could ride in the back. We didn't have the pass-through window. So we would ride in the back of this thing. No seatbelts, no nothing. Up the expressway with bikes. Like if we got in an accident, we were dead. We'd learn how to fly. It was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
But we had a great time. If you had to go to the bathroom, you were screwed. Because
you just grab some bottles.
There was no bottles. There was no water bottles weren't a thing back then, dude. Everything was glass bottles, and they didn't bottle water.
Yeah.
Plastic came much later. Hello, 2 miles east of Disneyland. What's up,
nice.
Phil? Have y'all done anything with DD Audio? Not a thing. They called them once. They were not fun to talk to. Kind of unpleasant people. But no, haven't done anything with them.
Really?
Yeah. That's when I was trying to get some of their RCAs when they were doing that RCA thing. And they were not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, whatever. Cool. I mean, nothing. I would love to talk to. We're open to talk to anyone. So from Texas. Is it SQL? SQ lousy? Loud? Louisiana? Lipschitz? Lame? SQ lame? Ooh. Kind of like that one. Hey, it's that perfect time to get your questions in. So if you got questions, we got answers. So now's the time to just start typing them in so we can get to your questions and we don't pass over it. Because Fernando, you know how he is. He's the gatekeeper of the questions. And before we get deep into that or too far into the show, let's go ahead and drop the first sponsor of the show. This first segment is brought to you by the fine folks at Audio Control. Epic Series is now a whole series. We got amplifiers, we got speakers, and we got subwoofers. Who would have known? These guys. Anyways, they got tons of stuff to choose from now. It is a full line. The subwoofers, fantastic. Like, I know they put it out there to challenge you to blow them. We don't want you to. but they're pretty solid woofers. They are solid. There's no pretty about it. They're solid woofers. Huge bump back magnetic plate on it, custom built. Yeah, check them out. Audiocontrol.com.
Big Four, that's what they call it?
Yeah,
the
big four. We got to get a big four. We got to get one of those subwoofers. Yeah.
What kind of subwoofers you going to put in your car?
3 of something.
3 of something?
310s. I think Sage's box is for 310s.
310s, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still making that one?
So I might put that one in the 112 downfiring box that we have for now. But until I can get Sage to build me a box.
Oh, I was thinking you can put that one over there.
Yeah, but I feel like if I have all ARC speakers in it, I'll probably do both.
Doesn't matter.
It's 2 videos, man. We'll just do both. It's okay.
Yeah.
Once they're in, they're in. Sup, fellas? Dean, did you have any thoughts on C Outlook's article about the percentage of 12-volt businesses that's
DIY?
That's DIY. No. I'd have to go back and look at the article. See, the beautiful thing about C Outlook is like I tend to forget what we talk about the week before because I need to make room for the new stuff. If you tell me which one it was, I can go back and I'm sure I had some thoughts on it because I'm pretty good at that. But oh, look at that! Ken is the bomb. There's a 911 that you had DD audio. I think it was a RAM. It was a RAM. You're right. It was the Audio Frog, and he had all the DD audio stuff, and we redid the whole thing. He had all those DD audio amps that and he had the battery. It was the guy that had Audio Frog GBs in it.
Wow, man.
Had the Blad GB tweeter.
You guys are amazing. They can remember.
That was the first time we put the GB tweeter in the door. And we had to make that mount that brought it out to the door because they made a mount. They centered it into the mount. Of course, the grill isn't centered in the mount. You don't remember this?
Dude, I swear. I'm not kidding. I don't.
You killed the hell out of it.
I tried to,
It was like Sajeki's.
All that stuff.
Well, you remember Sajeki's RAM?
Yes, that one because.
Yeah, Sajeki's. It was the RAM before that. It was a guy from Orlando.
Mm.
Yes, you trust me. If you saw the picture, you would
probably.
Because he was a Spanish dude. You guys were close. You hung out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys partied on the weekends.
Nope.
Yeah,
probably why.
Yeah, but no, there is that. I forgot about that one. Now that you've made me relive it, but yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they did. We did.
You guys remember all.
I'm glad they remember because I didn't. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I totally didn't see it. DNF. Which one? Knowledge Fest or MS?
Master Tech Expo.
Master Tech. It's MT.
MSC class.
MSC class. All right. So here's how it goes. You have Knowledge Fest. You have Master Tech Expo. I think the end of January now, and definitely March. MSC. Not MSC. It's got to be Master Tech Expo, but MSC. Calgary, USC, those guys do their classes if you're a dealer.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, Master Tech Expo, anyone can go to that event.
Yes.
Because that is open to anyone that can. It's a pay-per-play.
By the way, if you're interested.
There's discounts right now.
Right now, you can sign up.
And there's discounts right now. Because it's early bird sign up.
Yep.
So you save money if you sign up early.
Yeah.
So if you head over to Master Tech Expo.
Yeah.
Now, as far as which one to go to, it really depends. Okay. So they both try to tick the same boxes. Obviously, Master Tech Expo, we have the build off, we have the Clean Wire Challenge. You have guest speakers. There's some other events that are going to happen this year that we can't talk about yet. There's parties. And there's hardcore training. Okay, hardcore put together training, meaning there's a course and you follow a course and whatnot, and you learn a whole bunch of cool shit. Knowledge Fest is divided amongst the same way. So you have courses, but they're not it's not like you have the beginning and the end, right? You don't you're not going to learn over the course of the day one thing. You're going to jump around a little bit. So there's a lot of jumping around. Master Tech Expo, because it is a pay-per-play, the trainers are covered, meaning they can get better trainers because they have a budget, which is cool. So, you can bring people in and then pay for the hotel and the flights and stuff like that. So there are some things that they can do there to work with the trainers to get better trainers out there, which is kind of cool. The reality is you got to go with what you can afford. Okay, so Knowledge Fest, to get into it, there's always a coupon code to get in or something like that.
From the manufacturers.
From the manufacturers to get in for a discount or whatever, or free. And then you just have the hotel and your plane flight. Or if it's in your area, because you have Atlantic City, Dallas, and Vegas. So if you're close to one of those as opposed to Mesa, you know.
Some people drive because it's closer. Like when it was here in Orlando, we just, you know.
It was drove. It was fantastic. We really liked it.
Not really, because we got stuck in there.
We got stuck in the traffic.
For like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So like it was Miami. Yeah.
It's I don't want to be biased on this.
I like Master Tech. It's a lot of people there.
There is a lot of people.
And
it's a different vibe. The reality is you need to go to both of them at some point, not in the same year, but you need to go to both of them. And I would recommend Vegas Knowledge Fest over all the other Knowledge Fests because that's where the most people go because of the awards.
But Knowledge Fest is only for industry.
It is only for industry.
So GS for you, that will be like a Master Tech event.
Yeah, unless you're in the industry. I don't know if he is or not.
It's not.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
this is the one that we went to.
Oh, we did?
Hear his truck.
Right.
Yeah.
Master Tech. That's the one you want to go to. See, it's easy enough. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Suck at names. Okay. Hope you guys are doing well. I have a Rockford Fosgate DSR-1 and a Tacoma, and I'm going to install a Sony 9500 ES. My question is, which one should I EQ? And thank you. Okay, so DSR-1 definitely got more features than the Sony does. However, the allure of the Sony is definitely, it's appealing, right? So the first thing you have to do is take the DSR-1 out and reflash it because right now it's set to factory and it's doing iData stuff. So you got to reflash it to standalone, okay? Make sure you save it. You know, hopefully at this point you know how to use your DSR-1. So you can reload your tune if you like and see how that sounds. And use that as a baseline to then use the Sony to advance it further. So like if you're like, man, I really wish I had some controls up front, that's nice. The nice thing about having a full DSP and like a high-end radio is that you have a high-end radio that has a great global EQ, all right? Meaning that you can really you can set a flat baseline in the car. You know, it's like no characteristics, very boring. Just fixing the anomalies in the vehicle to make everything sound boring, as it were, and then use the radio up front to color the music more, make it more exciting. So the benefit of having the dual EQs, use the DSR-1 to do the heavy lifting, and then use the Sony one to make it, you know, exciting. That's how we would do it, you know, if at all. You know, most of the time we just make it exciting with whatever the best EQ is, and then that allows you to go in and change small things here and there. Like I listen to talk radio, so I always like to have a talk radio setting on my radio so that I don't have to screw with the DSP and presets and stuff like that. So I will use the radio to do little adjustments here and there. So like,
but no time alignment, nothing.
No, I would never use it for time alignment.
Just EQ.
Like just EQ. I would just use the EQ. In the case of like the JVC Kenwood, it's got, you know, like it's got bass, it's got loudness. Those are all things that I like about the JVC Kenwoods is those things. I love loudness. I think loudness is fantastic. I think when a radio doesn't have it, it sucks because it's no fun. So I like using those features that are built in the radio to have that, the joy that it is.
Okay, so that was Mark Eldridge. He was talking about the class.
Who are we talking about?
GS.
Mark Eldridge. Oh, ooh, yeah. Okay, Mark Eldridge's class. That's on my bucket list. I haven't been there yet. It's like hopefully next year we'll get to go to that one.
And I think that makes sense for you because you are in that type of competition, sound quality, like all that stuff, like measuring it from like, you know, calipers and things like that. Yes.
Calipers?
Yeah, you need a caliper.
You don't need calipers. It'd be a big pair of calipers. No, Eldridge's class is fantastic. I mean, there again, if you want to continue down the sound competition road that you're going on, then I would definitely recommend Eldridge's class over any other class, because that's going to take a deep dive into that knowledge,
those
so
topics.
Yeah. MasterTech Expo is really not set up to do that. There is, like, Eldridge was there last year teaching an abbreviated class. So there is a whole sound class. There's a whole track dedicated to sound, but nothing like a 2 or 3 day event like he has, where you're just balls deep into it.
And I think it's more intimate. It's kind of the word, intimate, because it's few people. While in MasterTech, it's like hundreds of people.
Well, the problem, like in Knowledge Fest and in MasterTech, both have over something like this, is that they're shorter time frames.
Yeah.
Like, when you go to, so like right now, Mobile Solutions is happening right now. They're doing the center console thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days of intense. This is what's happening. It's fantastic. Like, when you leave there, your head is going to explode. Whereas at a MasterTech or a Knowledge Fest, it's short. It's like here's a much quicker throw at the wall kind of thing. So always seems to text you. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm ignoring you, Chris. So anyways, no, I would do, for what you're trying to do, the MSE would be much more fun. Yeah. So don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah. Thank you, Frank. Boom, right there. Yeah. All right. Hello, Dean and Fernando. What's up, Dave? Hope y'all are doing well. Some of your installed dryer stuff. Hasn't rained today.
Yeah.
Did it? No, it rained this morning. Not that that's what you're talking about. It did rain this morning, though. I know, because it was wet when I went outside and I could smell it. Howdy from Colorado.
Hello.
Hi. Looking for a good mid-bass in my doors. For a Ram 1500 running 150 watts RMS. So, I mean, for the most part, it's a 6x9, right? And at 8-inch isn't going to go, because the amount of work you have to do to get an 8-inch in your Ram that's some next level. Like, you ain't doing it because of the plastic door insert. It's nearly impossible. Not impossible, it's just nearly impossible. Sage did it, and we all sat back and went, yeah, that wasn't worth it. So you can either do a 6x9, which there are a couple 6x9s now. So like they're got a budget conscious one is going to be the Kenwood, either the 6903, 6902, and a Chrysler would be 6903. That would be an easy, simple, affordable, or cost effective. Call it whatever you want. JL Audio just announced their 6x9 mid bass. The opposite of the Kenwood as far as prices go. It's substantially more. And of course, now you also have the option to go with any 6.5 that you want. So, you could do some Focal K2s, you could do some Elates, you could do some Milli Legends, Hertz Milli Legends. You could do a GV60 from Audio Frog.
Yes.
There is a GS 6x9. So Audio Frog does make a GS 6x9. Which I think would probably be like, if I don't want to go crazy, like I want to spend more than the Kenwood, but I don't want to go JL stupid, but I still want to go 6x9. The Audio Frog GS 6x9 might be a good alternative. Yeah. Now Morel does make a 6x9, but it is deep and doesn't jive, because it is a shallow 6x9 that goes in there. So you'd want to check the depth of the JL, because I don't know if they've made those shallow enough, but they say they have. But lies. It's all lies. Garmin propaganda. Get off my lawn. Anyways, Curtis, how you doing? Question. What would you recommend for putting subs under a second row seat in a 2023 GMC Yukon Denali? Must keep the factory radio. I love audio control equipment. Finger red number 1. I don't know what that means. So second row seat in a Denali. I mean, the reality is it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough because there's like no room. I mean, they have in the Space series, they have an 8-inch is as small as they go. They don't make a 6-inch. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to.
I don't think it's nothing that can fit in there.
I don't think it's going to fit either. But I mean, if you're an audio control fan, I would start with the Space 8 and see what kind of room you can come in.
Space 8 is like this.
I didn't say it was going to fit. I just said that's the shallow. Dude, I mean, when you look at it, like, what was it? Pioneer makes the shallow mount 6.5. Okay. Kicker makes a shallow mount 6.5. If you're lucky, you might be able to get one of those to fit in an enclosure.
What I would go and measure the seat.
Yeah.
First, and see what's out there that isn't kind of like that space that you can play with, because
I wouldn't even do that.
I don't even do that because it's like you probably gonna
I would just do it. I would just do a down firing box in the back.
Yeah, all the way in the back,
and set all my groceries on top of that.
You can be able to move it whatever you want.
Yeah, or just make a normal box like we did in the Armada.
Yeah,
exactly. Where it was just that, or that.
Like the guy that you make the.
That was the Armada.
That was the Armada.
That was the Armada.
There you go. The Armada.
Yes. Or like the kicker box, the 2 L7
the 207
that's down firing.
Yeah.
That thing hammered.
That definitely makes sense.
But there again, and then you can still set everything on top of it. I just trying to shoehorn something like that just seems like a waste of money.
Oh, and time.
Yeah, and lots of time.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
What's up, Frank?
Can I click on this one? Okay. Hey guys.
What up?
Have you guys worked on any of the newer Mazdas with the forks and the kick panel woofers? If so, what mid bass do you recommend? Thankfully, that has now we'll get one, but no, we haven't. We've gone out and looked at a couple. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea what that's going to entail. Trying to fit something in there, it seems like such a bad idea. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Mazda has put these speakers way up high in the kick panels that are nearly impossible to do anything with. So yeah, I haven't had anybody tell me what they've done, and we haven't had anyone come in for us to do it. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
Here we go.
Have watched for years. This is the first time live.
Hey man.
Well, thank you for making it.
Thank you. If that was an accident, still thank you for watching.
This next segment is brought to you by the fine folks at Arc Audio. It's still warm out, but right around the corner is fall. And with fall fastly approaching, if you haven't had the time to get your motorcycle decked out and sounding great, for one, what have you been waiting for? But the motorcycle riding weather that you guys have it's there now. So head over to your Arc Audio dealer. You can find them at arcaudio.com and pick up the stuff to make your bike sound amazing. The Moto line covers it all, from speakers, amps, and subs to interfacing DSPs, the whole 9 yards. Check them out at arcaudio.com and make your bike right.
Make your bike right.
I know, it just kind of rolled off the tongue.
Yeah.
All right. Did it?
You did the Mazda 4-inch.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to click on this one. Yeah. Speaking of audio control, I did a system last week with Epic Speakers, Altitude 5 channel, and 2 Space 10s, the 6.5s and the 3 in the tweeter. Sounded amazing for the price.
That's Gerardo.
Nobody's perfect.
That's the one that you're talking about.
No, I haven't talked about him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
You say a lot of bad things about him.
A lot of bad things. Yeah, it's all bad.
Yeah.
Is that the one that Brinkley?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll call him Monday. Sad day in my garage. Oh, okay, hold on. My 13-year-old JL XD 700.5 channel 4 output diminished. Gone finally. Wire up the audio dynamic, auto tune DSP, and ACM 3.5 and 3.2, and get the slate fiber installed. I gotta be honest. I'm not sad for you. I never liked that amplifier. The XDs, I know they're like, oh my God. I've always hated the XDs. But I mean, I get it. Nobody likes to see. But hey, now you can hang it on the wall. And every now and then just sprinkle like water on it and be like, oh, I miss you, buddy. Tip of 40. I don't know. Sad day. Getting a Ford Maverick. Why? What do you recommend for great front stage system? Very bright and good mid bass. The next sponsor that we're going to bring up in another, 10 minutes, Focal.
So I will save you a question, and then I will pop it again. Watch.
Grabbing an audio control D5 1300 in a stock non-amplified 2022 4Runner. Kenwood Exelon 6903s. Have fun with that. Kenwood Exelon 174s. Kicker L7T ported. Should I be concerned about the electrical system? No, not at all. If you didn't have an opportunity to check out last week's Monday video on the YouTubes, the 5 Minutes with 5-Star recap show, we just got done doing a 4Runner, a 40th anniversary black 4Runner. We put a whole bunch of Mosconi, so it got the Mosconi 1 800 8 to 10, and it got the Mosconi 1 1001, and a bunch of, was it Flax? No, it was Morel. Bunch of Morel.
Oh, Morel.
We did the Elate system. We did a 9-inch in the door. It's amazing how quickly I forget.
Where? 9-inch?
Yeah, we did the 9-inch Elates in the doors of the 4Runner. Had to make those special brackets. You sound treated the hell out of the car. You took 2 days to do the sound treatment. It took 2 days just to piss. It took us 2 days
to do everything.
A-pillars. We made the A-pillars.
Yes.
Those.
Yes. With the red, yellow, and orange.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, my point is that was way more crown. It was an AB Class A channel and a 1,000-watt mono.
That sounded really good.
It sounded fantastic, but no. Hold on. I got to do this one. It says this is from Phil. So this is the Phil question. It says, Dean, sorry, this is a dumb question. There are no dumb questions. But for your car, how do 3 subs get wired? 1 channel per speaker? So that is a fantastic question, Phil. And the reality is I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know what amplifiers I'm going to go with. Could be 3 Blackbirds. I'm sorry, 3 Nighthawks. Could be. I don't know. We'll see. The reality is I'm going to do a whole bunch of power and not worry about it that much. Now, if 3 subs is appealing to you, the really cool thing about the Altitude series audio control amplifiers is they have what's called spike mode. And spike mode is 1.33 ohms, which is basically what you get when you wire up their 3 subs. And the amplifier is designed to run at 1.33 ohms as opposed to just 2 ohm or 1 ohm. Now, as long as I have an amp, so this is where it gets fun, because as long as I have an amplifier that can go down to 1 ohm, I'm above the 1 ohm load, I'm pretty good. I'm not worried about, I'm not going to freak out. If I have a 1 ohm amp, but I'm not running it at 1 ohm, I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. I just have to be above whatever the minimum ohm load is on the amplifier. So if I go with a really big amplifier, and there again, I don't need a ton of bass. So, and I would love to do 4, but Sage fit 3, so more than likely I'm just going to do 3. And as long as I'm over whatever the minimum ohm load is on that, so whatever amp I choose, if it's a 1 ohm amplifier and I'm at 1.33, I'm good, right? And so I'm above it. As long as the amplifier is built properly, I'll be okay. So, but yeah, I did have an answer. I was just having fun with it. Will there be another video going through the entire DNA software, or nothing has changed since the first video with Brian? Everything has changed since the first video with Brian. So they did a huge update on the software that added in their dynamic EQ, and what was the second thing? There's another thing they added too, mainly for the motorcycle guys. Limiters. They added in limiters. Outside of that, nothing has really changed. So the dynamic EQ and the limiters were added to the software. Once Brian gets familiar with those, we'll have him back on to talk about them more. Either that, or we'll just bring Brad on to talk about just the limiters and the dynamic EQ, because they're unique. They're very unique. We've been playing with the dynamic EQ. It's a lot to wrap your head around. The other thing too is right now we don't know if that's going to be the way they stay. Okay, one of the nice things about the software is that they constantly develop it and it's constantly changing. Like there are things right now in the works that are going to change it again, but the core DSP software is the same as when Brian talked about it. Like nothing has changed there. So just added features to it. And we don't know if they're going to be the final iterations of these software, because like one of the things Brad and I were talking about, and it's a bummer he's not here, he's eating the chili, is where is the dynamic EQ going to stay? Because right now it's in the output stage. Brad is at a chili eating contest right now, so that's why he's not here. He's still alive. He texted me to let him know he took chili over us, which I got to be honest, I would have too. It's okay. So anyways, we don't know where the dynamic EQ is going to make its home. Right now it's in the output EQ, but when we started talking about it, really it should be in the input EQ, because that's where you're going to be dealing with a lot of the loudness is on input side. So think of like Acubase. That's what Acubase is designed around, fixing loudness, or AKA bass roll off, which really isn't bass roll off. It's just loudness stopping. So, you know, trying to figure that out. But as far as the core features that you're going to use in your install bay, 98% of the time, they haven't changed nothing. So, but anyways, there's that. We read that one. We're gonna bring that one. Hold on, leave that one up. You're good. Don't move. Just lock.
Yeah.
Getting a Ford Maverick. This sounds like deja vu. What do you recommend for great front stage and very bright and good mid bass? This next segment is brought to you by the fine folks of focal-america.com. If you're looking for great front stage system, very bright and good mid bass in your life, you might want to check out the Focal Evos, the Flax. That's right, Evo Flax, Flax Evos. Say it any way you like. It's got what you need. It's bright with good mid bass.
Yep.
It is. This is our go-to speaker for that specific reason. We've done them in this vehicle before, and they're fantastic. Now, I'm going to give you two options. This would be the dream system. The Focal Flax in there will give you exactly what you're looking for. Now, there are some people out there that go, oh, I don't know if I was prepared to spend that kind of money on speakers, which is totally understandable. You have to live within your means. We get that. Then what you might want to look at, you're going to get the same great Focal sound, obviously not as good as the Flax, but that same great Focal sound, meaning you're going to get good mid-bass, bright tweeters. You can look at the plug-and-plays, or what they call Focal Inside. Mm-hmm. They make a version of those specifically designed for the Fords, that you literally just take your speakers out, plug these in, and you're done. That's it. Like, you don't need brackets. You don't need
nothing.
Fast rings. You need a screwdriver. Maybe a pry tool.
A little bit more than a screwdriver.
Maybe a 7 or 10. But that's it. So, in there again, we've done those in this vehicle as well. Very nice. So,
yeah,
there you go. Check them out at focal-america.com and make your life happy.
Fantastic.
I'm going to click on this one here real quick. Dean, what kind of subs did Sage put in the box, in the sub box? Crazy enough, he put Focal Flax, Shalimar 10s. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then again, those are still on the table too. But I think there's some. I think ARC has some AS. I've been meaning to look this up because I haven't. I think they make an AS10.
Have you guys messed up with
WaveTech? No, we haven't messed with the Thin Pro subs yet.
Pro subs?
Yeah,
no,
Jason's new subs.
Yeah, no, but they say they sound really nice.
Jason was so Jason is the designer that works for WaveTech.
Engineer.
Yeah, he's a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Loves giving back to the industry. Super cool dude. This was the first time back designing a speaker in a long time. and he put a lot of effort into this. So I don't doubt for a minute that it's fantastic. Mm-hmm. And everyone that I've talked to so far that has done them has said it's fantastic. So don't make an AS subwoofer. Damn.
Dean.
Yes.
In your opinion, what is the point of diminishing return on RCA cables?
Okay, so admittedly, I'm a wire guy. Like, I like wire. I like the way wire looks. I like expensive wire. I like big RCAs for no other reason than I just think they're cool. Okay. With that being said, they're also very expensive. When I was younger, Stinger used to make a king cable, and the RCA was about as thick as a 4 gauge, one of the cheaper 4 gauge now, and they were pink. And I always wanted a set. I have a set here somewhere that somebody finally gave to me, like they had them, and they're cool. They had just discontinued when I was doing my home system, so I ended up going with the Queen series, which is like an 8 gauge single run. Now they do make the, what is it? They make the X2, which I think is also the same as the 5 or 6,000. So is it the X2? So they make the X2, which is just a coax style cable, meaning it's not like a big bundle where there's a knuckle. Like they make the 8,000 series that is also I personally hate the RCA cables that have the one big cable down the center and then a giant knuckle and an octopus out. I hate those with a passion. Like, to me, those are the worst things ever made. Cables should be one cable with an end on each end. I was just looking at one of the guys that did an amazing job in the clean wire ran Kimber cable, which is silly cable, like stupid expensive stuff. And there used to be a guy that was on YouTube that was over in New Zealand, yeah, that had a car stereo show that he did, but he moved on to home audio. I haven't talked to him in years, but when we talked, he was in home audio, and he goes, it's funny, trying to get somebody to spend $50 on an RCA and car audio is like pulling teeth. But in home audio, like $300 is the cheap stuff. And people like, got anything better?
If you can have one for $300.
So we use a lot of the Stinger 4000 series, and to be honest, those work fantastic. Like the amount, if we have 0.001% bad, it's amazing. Like I don't think I've put a bad one in years.
A cable holder for audio is like $80.
Yeah.
Just to hold the cable.
Yeah. So there really is, what you want is a nice twisted pair. Why I like the 4000 is they have a drain wire. That's the reason why they're called directional cables. It's not the copper, and it's not the way it's twisted. There's a drain wire that goes from one end to the other end, so that any noise that's picked up in the twist, it starts and it dissipates, so it doesn't end up in the other end of the cable. That's why they're directional. It has nothing to do with anything else. So we have great success with those. If you're looking for a better version of it, though, obviously something that is twisted is what you're going to want. But the 9000 series cables that they used to make, they don't make them anymore. It's like, it's a car, man. It's going to pick up noise in the car. There's I liked it when we had John on, and he said, what's great about reasonably priced RCAs is they become like noise filters for the car. Meaning the resolution just isn't there, so you don't hear all the crap. I didn't believe it. I still don't, but don't go crazy on the RCAs, man.
No?
There's no reason to.
Really?
Nah. Just get a nice cable. I mean, it's just what it is.
Go crazy.
I mean, yeah. Hell, I probably won't. I'll probably make my own cables at this point. Have you heard the Hertz MilliPro Shallow 10s? Thoughts on those? Planning 2 in a custom fiberglass enclosure? That's right. Fantastic driver. You're going to love it. It's fantastic. So give it a go. No doubt about it. I really appreciate your response. Did some custom 3.5-inch brackets for the dash. Speakers are in amp and sub are not. You guys are the best. Oh, yeah, you had to do custom brackets. No, that's fantastic. They're fun. So, good job. I'm sorry. I have a Cadillac XTS 2019. Do you have any recommendations on a factory subwoofer location for mid-bass to pair with the Kicker L7? Should I run an amp to power the doors and woofer in the factory? What am I not getting here? So if you're trying to put all right, here's the deal. Factory subwoofer location. So if I'm reading this correct, you're wanting to put replace the factory subwoofer location, mid-bass with a pair. There you go. I don't know. Factory subwoofer location for mid-bass to pair with an L7T. I mean, you need a good.
I'm
mid-bass.
guessing you want an L7T plus the one that is in the factory. Replace that one.
That's what it sounds like. I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would remove the factory one and get.
Well, I mean, I guess you're trying to put a mid-bass. The reality is don't put a mid-bass there. Put another subwoofer there.
Yeah.
Put another small subwoofer with an amplifier. If it has an upfront subwoofer, replace it with another upfront subwoofer. Or just leave the factory in there and re-amplify it and tune it into the system. Like, for example, in the Chevys, when we add a subwoofer to them, we don't disconnect the factory subwoofer from the pickup truck because the factory front subwoofer is the mid-bass sound that the truck hears. And if you disconnect it, the front end loses all its mid-bass because that subwoofer is there creating that for them. That's why now we see people like taking out the glove box and building glove box subwoofers or footwell subwoofers, getting that keeping that bass up front. You could easily just re-amplify that mid-bass or that subwoofer, let it be a subwoofer and help it. It'll do what it needs to do. By putting a mid-bass there doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get good upfront mid-bass. You could have phasing issues. There's a lot of weird stuff that can happen. So I'm not familiar with the car, so I'm just speaking in general terms. You already asked that one. Got that one. All right, hold on. I need to do this. Let me go over here, and I need to did that, and I need to do this. This last segment of the show is brought to you by the fine folks at Mosconi-America.com. Just like the Foreigner did, he wanted the finest in amplifiers that his budget could afford, so he wanted some AB class amplifiers. We know you guys get all cheesed up about those. We know you do. That's why we have them right here. The Pro Series and the 1 Series. If you, not here, this guy right here. If you want AB class DSP amplifiers and you cannot settle for anything but the best, head over to Mosconi-America.com and check them out. Also, if you're looking for an amazing 8-inch mid-bass or just some really high-end German engineered goodness, check out Gladen, Gladen.com. Same company, same great performance. Ooh, check them out. Next. Anything custom from Sounds Good and I mean everything is custom. So they make but the thing is they don't. All right, so how Sounds Good works, like for your case, they wouldn't work because they don't do anything custom out of their wheelhouse. So they work on F-150s and Chevy Silverado / whatever the GMC version of that truck is, and that's it. They don't go and do other things for the most part because they like to keep it simple. So I don't know if you're going to be able to find anything custom for that vehicle. I mean, you might have to take it somewhere, because that's not a lot to fit, or there's not a lot of space to fit. Yeah. But yeah, they would just tell you we don't work on that car. The reason why they work on those two cars is because they've actually purchased those vehicles, so they have those vehicles there for them to work on. So every system that leaves Sounds Good has been put into a vehicle and tested before you actually buy it. So they install it into one of their tester vehicles, tune it, and then they ship it to you. They take it out and ship it to you. So it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There you go. Were you thinking about the ARC A10 when you were looking at the AS models? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I have to figure out, so before I decide on the 10-inch woofers, first thing is first, I have to find out how much depth I have, because that was the one thing Sage didn't have. He has all of the flat panels that he can see in, see out, but he just didn't know how deep it was. He didn't keep that one. So I have to go back and I have to take the car apart, measure from there to there, and then we can figure out how much room we have and whether we can do a regular 10-inch. Plus, I can go back and just watch the video to see if he did shallow mounts or not. So
it was ported box or a sealed box?
I think it was a sealed box. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a 15 would be cool. I'm just going to cut out the whole thing and just drop a 15 in there. IB the bitch. Call it a day.
Dude, that would be freaking cool.
No, because then I'd have to put an upfront sub because it would only play 20 hertz and below or something. So my car would just rattle. That would suck.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I want to use my factory sub for mid-bass. Give it a go. Hell yeah, why not? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. For tuning, to Sage and the boys input the customer seat measurements. I'm assuming yes. That is a great question. I've never asked. I don't know. That's a good call. It's a good call. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty neat. Honestly, there's not a lot of people that do that. Like, there's not a lot of people that I've ever had. Like, when we're doing that and people are like, wait, what are you doing? And we're like, we're measuring the seat. It's like, why would you do that? Well, because we're trying to get it back to where it was. Is where the customer sits.
Yeah.
Now, I learned that trick from another gentleman, Mike, out in Cali, that owns Lucas Lighting, part owner of Lucas Lighting. I learned that trick from him when I was at a kicker training. This is why going to these things are so important, because you just talking to people, you pick the things up. That was the only positive thing I got from the conversation. We're friends now, but we weren't back then. And because he was explaining to me how he did it, and I was like, that's a fantastic idea. Why would we? So immediately I came back and I told Fernando, from now on, we're measuring the seats. And the sad thing is we've never bothered to put it together into a pad of paper, even though we've got the artwork to do it, and just have it printed off so that he doesn't have to draw it every time. I should do that this year. Maybe I'll get you that for Christmas, a pad of paper with all the drawing on it. That would be so fun.
Oh my God, we'll be so happy.
Well, we also talked about getting the little whiteboard and just putting the sticker on it so that we could erase it every time. That was still a neat idea. Then we'd have to have Haley make a sticker.
Look at that. Right there.
Wait, is that one? Oh, which one is it? Oh, you're not even hooked up.
Oh, I'm not even.
You're not even hooked up. I can't show it.
You can show it. This is crazy. All right.
Like over here trying to get your computer up. You're not even plugged in, dork. What the hell?
I know.
Dude, you're dropping the ball left and right tonight. There you go.
Here we go. So we measured the seat, the front of the seat, from the back of the seat, top. Yeah, I'm trying to get as much measurements as we can. So
yeah. The only thing we don't measure is the steering wheel, because the steering wheel is not a good place to measure from because it moves in some cars. And so do the pedals. So you can't even go to the pedals. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Sadly.
Have fun, Curtis. Any good news on the Falcon that goes in the Mustang? Yeah, it's sitting right over there. It's as good as it gets.
So the idea is, I don't know.
No, so next week we'll put the radio in, and then the week after that we'll start on the Falcon.
Oh, that's Sean.
Who?
Sean.
Oh, hi, gentlemen.
Hi. What up?
What's up? What's up, Big Red?
Big Red.
He hasn't been here complaining about anything in a while. That's pretty weird.
Wow.
I mean, really?
Sealed
or ported for 10-inch shallow subs in a trunk. I listen to a wide variety of music.
That's a very...
So shallow woofers will do well in a ported. Most of them will do well in a ported box. However, most of the time we don't do ported boxes for shallow woofers. We do sealed boxes for shallow woofers, because the manufacturers don't do ported boxers for their shallow woofers. So most people are putting a lot of power on them, and I feel the reason that they're putting power on them is, sealed. Now, in the side of that, the opposite coin of that is Kicker does sell their passive radiators, so that if you want to emulate their downfired enclosure with the passive radiator instead of a port, you can do that. You can buy those. They're automatically tuned for the woofers already, so you got to do is buy them, cut a hole, and screw them in, which is kind of nice. But most of the time when you're doing a shallow subwoofer, it's going into a place where there just isn't room to go bigger, which is what the ported box would be. You're trying to go as small as humanly possible, so you go sealed. But either one will work.
That's why Foxbox is
why
making really nice boxes, so you can put a regular size subwoofer. So yeah.
No.
Type R? Type R?
No. Probably won't ever do that. I mean, if we install some of the customer's car, we did a Mustang.
Yeah.
We did a Mustang that got a full Type R system.
That was the high-end speaker.
No, that would have been the Census, but he went with the Type R, and it was all passive. He loved it.
Hey, thank you, Ken. We appreciate it.
There you go. Will do, man. Will do. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Oh, yes, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm
drinking water.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, just going back through. See if we missed anything too spectacular. I don't think so.
No. What's next?
No, you need push pops, not push ups. So next week is a normal week for us. We're pretty excited. We'll be here doing the show. Paul is going to be on vacation. He's going to the Kenwood trip is coming up. He's going to Australia with a bunch of other car stereo people. So that ought to be interesting. He leaves Friday, but we're going to be in the office here Saturday doing some work. So there will be a show. Monday, we'll have to keep our eyes open to see what's going to happen the week after that. Because we don't know. We know we'll be gone Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because we'll be out at IBEX in Tampa. We'll try to do some live stuff with that. We'll be out there with Modus. I think we'll have the
Cybertruck.
We'll have the Cybertruck. Now, They are going to try to get us the Cybertruck here so that we can do a video on it here.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be fantastic. I'm hoping we can get it so that we can do a walkthrough video. If not, we'll try to do something while we're there. We'll figure it out. I'd really like to get them to talk about the Cybertruck and the stuff that's in it. We'll see what happens. But other than that, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. Florida State Farms Brookfield's tomorrow.
Enjoy.
There you go.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
I won't be there. I will be sleeping in tomorrow. My plan is to sleep in tomorrow.
You can sleep, bro. You better.
No, I if I could sleeping in would be 10 a.m. If I could sleep in till 10 a.m. that'd be fantastic. Favorite TSP only device, preferable 8 channels plus. So there again, Arc Audio has the PS 6 to 8, which is their cost-effective budget price DSP. It's 6 in, 8 out. It's reasonably priced. It's full DNA software. They also make the 8 to 12 and the 8 to 16. Believe it or not, 8 to 16 is the one selling the most right now, which is funny. But there again, really nice. Outside of that, like Audison doesn't make a standalone. Mosconi makes one. They make the Aerospace 8 to 12. Nice DSP. And then probably the most popular, because they're just the most popular, is the Helix DSPs. They have their standalones. So if I had to choose, I mean, really when you look at it, you choose between the Arc Audio or the Helix. Those are definitely the two most popular in that genre. It is not Pyramid. If you're asking between the Sony and the Stinger, I'm going to go Sony. but I would also say look at the 1058 from Kenwood.
Sony or Stinger, bro. You can.
I know if it's only Sony or Stinger, I'm not even. I'm going Sony, 100%, 100%. Ken's over here going sleeping in for me is 5 a.m. Yeah, but see, Ken, you gotta understand.
Sleep in 5 a.m.
I will be more than likely my bedtime tonight will be between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. So getting up at 5 a.m. I might be rolling over at 5 a.m.
See, okay, so why you get older and then you wake up earlier?
But you're going to bed earlier. But dude, people go to bed early. Like it's not like Sue's dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God bless his heart, man. But the guy's in bed by 9 o'clock. Like he is ready. Like he is done. He's tapped out, man. He's out. There's no staying up past
9
that.
o'clock.
You know, they're no.
It's kind of like when you're a kid, you gotta go to school 9 o'clock.
Oh my God! Screening the YouTube to find the guy from Australia that you referenced. What's his name and channel? It was like car. It was Car Audio something.
Australia.
Yeah, the Australia dude. Remember the Australia kid that used to do videos?
Audio, etc.
Yeah, Audio, etc. See, there you go. Car Audio, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that was him.
And then he moved to do home audio.
Yep.
And then he stopped doing it. I don't know if he's still doing it because.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen anything from him in a long time.
Car Audio, etc.
Because his company went out of business. The car stereo place he worked at went out of business. The guy wanted to retire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Car Audio, etc. Good call. Way to go, Fernando. Yeah.
How long have you guys going? Walk around. Yeah, a lot. We just move it around. Right there. Still.
Oh,
there.
dude, trust the box is just pissing me off to no end.
See, this is we have so much things to do.
I know, it's just killing me.
Like, why?
And it's funny too. If I want those to point out, I don't even care if I make a video. I just want them in there and done, so that we can just set them up there and to do the listening portion of it. Because I think that's what I was waiting for, is to just do how we built them. I don't care how we build them, just so we build them and get them playing. That
how do you build them?
I don't care. I just want them done. So
yeah,
that maybe that'll be something we add to next week or the week after when we don't have anything to do and we're just staring at the ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean, we have everything now, so like we have every tool under the sun to possibly make something for them. The CNC has been just going crazy making amp racks and speaker brackets, and like it's trying to figure out things with it. Did some stupid stuff today, so that was fun. But
how to stop? I'm like, what? I'm busy over here.
Yeah, he's got his head
not
up his
paying
ass.
attention over that stuff. When it's like 2 millimeters from the corner.
No, I was yelling at the halfway point, trying to get around the thing, and you're over there with your head up your ass.
I was like, dude.
Yes, I know. And I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, and you're just over there going.
I was like, why do you?
Yeah. Anyways, it's what's going in the date? So it's actually it's a tower. It's a three-way tower set that the Morel Sensus speakers are going to go in, so we can shoot a video on how they sound. Another sound demo. So.
Yeah, and the Bluetooth box. What about the Bluetooth box?
I haven't even started the Bluetooth box. No, that'll be something to do this winter. I don't know.
What about the Mustang?
So the head unit that's going in the Mustang is the JVC that we're reviewing right now. That went up this week. So we did the new direct replacement JVC radio.
Yeah.
So that's we did both the unboxing and how it functions. And we'll be doing the install this week sometime. So that'll go up.
Yeah. Do you think you need like what? A month?
To what?
Or 2 months?
To
kind of like settle everything?
What do you mean?
Work.
You mean to get caught up?
Yes.
And not. So the problem is, all right, here's the problem as I see it. If I didn't have to be here,
that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't be here. Okay, so if you what?
Okay, coming over here makes sense if you were gonna work, like for example, in the car in the Mustang, or we're gonna do something on the
but
house,
see, the thing is
like
do something. Yeah,
like
but to those things to me are like Wait, I could go somewhere and do something else or work on this. I'm gonna go somewhere and do something else.
I'm just talking about work. Like you have a month that you have to be here.
If I had a month I had to be here, well,
Yeah.
then obviously we would just get everything done. You know, we'd like everything would be gone because we could just film every video we ever had to film, and that would be it. You know, we would just literally dust off every corner of every room here and pick out everything. You know, and like we.
No, I'm not cleaning anything.
No, I'm not. Well, nothing's dirty. Well, nothing's dirty. But what I'm saying is yes,
dirty. Look at this.
Oh, whatever,
oh, dude.
It's nothing dirty. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate my radio. Please talk about God. Oh no, we're perfectly fine. No, it's perfectly fine. We're just, dude, trust me. What you guys don't get to see, that's way more exciting. Dude. No, there again, if we had a month that we didn't actually have to work on anything, for one, I'd lose my mind. But two, yeah, we would. Every box that was in here, we would go through and figure out what still needs to be filmed on it, film it, and then send it back or put it in the attic or get it out of here. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's all good. That's it. Now listen, hey, it's Saturday. It's a whole bunch of fun stuff.
All right, so Dean, why JVC over the Kenwood in your car, Dean? Why?
Okay, here's the deal. In the end, more than likely, the Kenwood will be what's going in there. Right now, I have the JVC. JVC is here. They sent it to us to do a video on. It was much easier to contact the person that I needed to contact to get the JVC here. We actually started with the Kenwood, and then our guy transferred departments, and it kind of got lost in the wash. So we're still waiting for the Kenwood. I don't want to wait any longer, so we're just going to go ahead and put the JVC in there.
I would say next year for the Kenwood.
The Kenwood will probably go in there next year. We're going to pre-run the Toslink cable and all that fun stuff so that when we do, but functionality. So the only difference that I'm probably going to notice between the JVC, other than the appearance, is the Toslink cable, which I want, you know, just so that I can answer those questions. So we have the JVC, so we're putting the JVC in. At the end of the day, they both work the same as far as how the direct replacement goes. And that's all I care about. It's just getting something in there that gets rid of that factory stereo. And then I have a good preamp that I can go off to the Falcon for. So
boom.
I'm not picky. There's a ton of radios. So once one radio is in, that frees me up to, okay, now we can start putting different radios in there, because I still would like to get my hands on a Linkswell. I'd still like to get my hands on the new radio.
On the what?
The Linkswell.
Really?
Yeah, I'd still do a Linkswell in a minute.
Really?
Yeah. Why not? It's cool. I just want to try them out. So when people ask us if they're good or not, I can give them an honest answer. Lance's new company.
Yes.
I'd love to, if they had a Mustang radio, I would definitely try that out, see how it works. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is it's a lab. I'll put any radio I can get my hands on in there that'll work in that vehicle. So there's no reason why I wouldn't, once we've done it. So once the back end side, like once the amp is in and all that, and swapping the radios doesn't matter. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
We just need time.
Never. Hey guys, listen, thank you so much for playing with us this Saturday. We hope you enjoyed this. As always, thank you for asking fantastic questions. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Arc Audio, Audio Control, Focal, Mosconi, and Gladen, for being continued sponsors of this show. Thanks to you guys, because you're obviously liking their products, and so they like us, and well, it makes it all happen, and we can do this kind of thing. We hope you guys have a great and safe weekend. Work hard this weekend so you'll have a bunch of questions on Monday when we do this again, and we have more fun. The Monday show is so much fun. I'm sure Brad will be back in the comments.
Monday shows are fun.
Yeah. Fro was actually supposed to be on the show today, but he got stuck working, so he's working for the next 2 weeks. We're going to have Fro on, so can't wait. That's it, and we still have to get
Seth
on.
We gotta get Seth. We gotta get
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.